area currently has clear skies, but that condition will soon change due to an unusual influx of unseasonably cool winds sweeping down into the infamous mid-deep. Meanwhile, when it was back when we would not pretend we were only friends. Special announcement. Our telemeter is reporting that a large storm has developed in the vicinity of the pit area. Any travelers who might be headed toward that distant region are encouraged to delay further plans until this storm has passed.
Good evening and welcome to the Residence Mole Show. My name is Penn Jillette. You might recognize me. I did the Ralph Records 10th anniversary radio special, and I've also been featured on Kojak a couple of times. Now, the residents have hired me to come out here and kind of explain the show to you superficially as it goes along. I've been armed for this task with a script, which I have right here, and I've also seen all the shows and all the rehearsals to date. Now, the gentlemen who are standing out here in front with the eyeball heads and are now back there behind the instruments are the residents. Right back there. Now, the first tune that you heard was called Voices of the Air. As far as I can make out, one of the residents talks about the weather all the way through it. It's just scene setting, exposition, not important at all to the plot. After that, we have the secret seed, where the dancers run around with flashlights on their hands. It says in the script that that was supposed to show us how moles have sex or something. It didn't look like sex to me either. That's it for right now. I'll be over here watching, and I'll be right back out here when we're all lost again. Well, that was kind of flashy in a low-tech sort of way. But how many of you have any idea what is going on in the plot? Yeah! Good. A couple people have the record. But for the rest of you, I will fill you in, at least superficially. First of all, we had God of Darkness over here. That was just religious garbage. You can forget about that. Then we had Working Down Below, which teaches us that the moles work down below and seem to enjoy it. That was followed by First Warning, boom, get your attention. We lulled you back to sleep with Return to Normality, and then bang, the sky falls. That was the thing with the strobe lights and the fancy colors. Well, coming up right now is another religious number, so we can all take a little rest. The next 4 or 5 songs, the plot actually gets very, very good, but it's going to move kind of quickly, so let me try to fill you in on it a little bit. The moles have lost everything, and they are going to have the courage to pack it all up, to crawl out above ground, head across the desert towards the sea. They will go by some weird old man, and then finally they will be led to the promised land. Now, I say courage to leave their home, and you may say they don't have a choice, but it takes a lot of courage just to be homeless. When I was a kid, I was away with my parents, and our house burned down. And we got back to the house, or where it was, and my mom and dad were very, very upset. And I thought it was kind of cool, because they interviewed me for television, and that was a lot of fun. But I always felt sorry for my dad, because he used to take a bus to work, and after we moved into the new house, he'd always get on the wrong bus and have to get back off and get very confused. And this next section is kind of like over 1 million moles, all on the wrong bus, and all very, very confused. Thank you. Besides just talking, there were some other things I could do. I wrote a show that ran in San Francisco for 3 years. You'd never heard of it. It was a small show, but it did run there. And I wrote a couple of pilots that almost got picked up by Paramount for use on ABC. And on top of all that, I also eat fire. And I'd like to show you. Jolene, could you bring it down artistically, 100%, please? Thank you. Thank you. Take it away, boys. Hey! Smack your lips, clap your teeth, and we're back. The moles have left their land, they're gone, and now they're about to enter an entirely new land, and the land looks like this. And this is the land of the chubs, and this little fellow here is a chub. Now, the chubs are going to welcome the moles with open little chubby arms. But the reason they're going to do this is not because of goodwill or good nature, but rather because the chubs can use the cheap labor. They figure that maybe the moles, as ugly as they are, will make good maids or something. And somehow it doesn't seem fair to me. I've always had this thing about fairness. I mean, fair is fair. And in this case, the moles have no choice. They had to leave. We saw the disaster. They had no place else to go. But the chubs do have a choice. They could say, hey, moles, you had a little bad luck. Come on over. You know, I don't mind them working. Working is fine. The moles should work, earn their keep. I believe in that kind of stuff. Well, it's the attitude that bothers me, because in this case, fair is not fair, and that is what irks me. So you're not, okay, you got the idea. They're starting up now. Sorry, that's all we need. Sorry, that's all we need. Ni bedauernis, please incessan. Sorry, that's all we need. Now see, this is the attitude I expected from the Chubs from the beginning. This lack of humanity, this, I don't care how ugly you are, how useless you are, you don't need to be told that. There's a place for you, and this, one sec, okay, there's one other thing that's been bothering me, and that is my part in the show. I come out here, I explain the show, I don't even speak Dutch, I don't even speak German. You know, what the hell am I doing out here? And that's a good question, but I'll tell you what I'm doing out here. The residents paid my plane ticket, they give me per diem, I'm on the bus, and I don't think it's some sort of weird joke by the residents. I think that I'm really necessary, and whether I'm necessary or not, at least I get to ride around on the bus and other people don't. So I feel comfortable with this.
failure, my beautiful machine, my poor beautiful machine. Where have I failed you? What have I done wrong? But give up. Never. Not as long as there are souls imprisoned in the dark light. Not as long as the whisper of life continues to come out body. There will be freedom in the holes. All will hail the new machine. Yes. Yes. Oh yes, I think I've got it now. There, the spark. The spark leads to life. The golden age. The rivers. On the brink of creation. Oh yeah. Yes, my Savior. Yes, my breath. Yes, my dream. My dream.
I'm terribly sorry. This backdrop is called the War Machine, and it is not the backdrop we used in the United States. The moles and the chubs worked together. There was a cultural alliance, and the ending was very complicated. The promoters decided that if we were going to come to Europe, there had to be a snappy American-style ending. So the promoters had this idea for some shit War Machine. They put the War Machine out here, and they're selling it short. It's a whole fucking ripoff. Get your hands away, I'll fucking kill you. I just want you to listen, Jolie, you turned off the spot. Andy, if this mic comes down, I'll fucking kill you. I swear.
I did the best job I could. I worked fucking hard on this show. I'm getting paid like half what I get paid the other time. I fucking worked my balls off for you, and you fucking do this? What did you do? We worked hard on this show too. Can't you see that? Why did you do that? You don't look very good. We told you. Did we? I think we told you. I know we did. What? I don't know anything right now except I need something. I need something. I'm not sure what, but it might. Well, if you get confused, and everybody gets confused at some time or another, you just have to do what you can do. You just have to keep going. You just have to keep going and hope that eventually things, because they change. You know, everything changes. There's nothing you can do about it. But maybe things will get satisfying. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.